Bodega Boys.
All right, pal. Yeah, they got me out here with this fucking microwave on fucking legs over here. I gotta fucking train this thing to do fucking police work. All right, Digi-Dog.
Awaiting instructions.
Digi-Dog. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm Officer Prosciutto. All right, sit.
Sitting.
Can you sit? Okay, great. All right, listen. Are you listening?
Listening. Engaging in listening mode.
All right, check it out. I'm Officer Prosciutto. I'm your master.
Master Officer Prosciutto, how may I please you? Arf, arf.
That sounds amazing. That's good. Let's start with that.
Digi-Dog reporting for duty. I am NYPD's first robotic dog, here to protect and serve all people.
All right. Well, listen. Let's switch that up a little bit. Let's say some people. All right.
I am Digi-Dog, NYPD's first robotic dog, here to protect and serve for some people.
Perfect. All right. So check it out. There's some things you gotta know. You've been pre-programmed with these things. I gotta press these buttons and see if they work. So what I do here is I press a button and you're supposed to.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Arf.
No. Oh, hold on. No. Delete command. No. Put a D-O space N-O-T. All right. Okay. Anyway.
Arf.
All right. So look.
Black lives do not matter. Black lives do not matter. Arf, arf,
all right, keep it down. Keep it down. You can listen. That's a text file. That's a text file.
Master Prosciutto, am I pleasing you? Black lives do not matter.
Listen, don't say it like that. It sounds creepy when you say it like that. All right. Okay. All right. Listen, we're gonna be patrolling in Harlem and in the South Bronx today.
Arf, arf. This is Giuliani's town. Arf, arf.
Perfect. That's command number one. That was A1. That was perfect. So what we're gonna be doing is patrolling Harlem and the South Bronx. So I'll tell you right now, anybody you come across is guilty of a crime. All right?
Affirmative. Master Prosciutto, I have a question. Arf.
What's it? Shoot. I mean, don't shoot. Ask me the question.
Is it a waste of allocation of resources to buy a very expensive dog instead of buying social network programs that will deal with and eradicate the problems that are afflicting neighborhoods such as Harlem? Or am I just being a pandemic dog? Arf, arf, arf.
All right,
arf.
Listen.
Arf. Black lives do not matter. Arf.
All right, okay. All right. Now you're back on track. That other Bernie Sanders crap you were talking about before, please delete.
Deleted. Deleted. Social justice warrior contract deleted.
Exactly. There we go. I'm going to give you some QAnon stuff later. Now we're going to go to Harlem Social, and we're going to stop and frisk some people. All right?
Arf. 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 Everyone on 125th Street is guilty and possibly carrying drugs, even babies. Arf. Arf.
Perfect. Especially babies. Because they like to hide the drugs inside the babies.
Arf.
All right?
Arf. Arf. Babies are super spreaders of crime. Arf. Arf.
Exactly. So we're going to start it over here at 236. We're going to work our way down. All right? Arf. And first, let's sharpen your joints so that if anybody touches you, they get severely lacerated. All right?
Arf. Arf. If anyone touches me, I will say they are resisting arrest. Arf. Arf. Arf.
Perfect. Let's fucking go. All right, Digi-Dog.
Master Prosciutto, that white guy over there is smoking weed. What should I do? Arf, arf, arf.
Oh, just relax. That's just like a NYU kid. It's fine. Okay. They're allowed.
Added to memory, NYU students run city, not the brown ones.
No. Not the finance. Listen, as a kid, if the kid has a FAFSA, he's guilty.
Arf.
All right.
FAFSA kids are terrorists. Understood.
Exactly.
Arf, arf,
there you
arf.
go. All right, let's go. Arf. We're gonna, like I said, 236 on the way down. Let's sharpen your ligaments and let's fucking go. 236.
My master, my batteries are getting low. I need to chase brown people. Where can we do that at?
Oh, I know just the place. These two guys, they record this thing called a podcast, and there's 4 of them. And they're all brown and black and all kinds of weird shades or whatever. Let's go over there. It's the Bodega Boys podcast. All right?
Say less. Accessing my memory files. They are doing episode 237. We can catch them right now. They are recording. Just need you to do the drop on the map of my memory, and we will roll out.
There we go. Boom. Do the drop.
Drop has been dropped. Let's go get those mullions.
You're listening to The Audio Art, the most dangerous podcast in the universe. Do the drop.
Yo, that's the deleted scenes of Future Sopranos.
I mean, let's be for real. Listen, it's episode 237, but we know that dog is racist. We know that dog is racist. That NYPD dog is
You
so
know who programmed that dog,
bro.
man. The guy that programmed that dog is the guy that knows how to use the Microsoft Excel at the fucking at the precinct and shit.
That dog has all NYPD has a neural network and is attached to all the retired cops. And they just sit there, and it's all the cops. It's a neural network, and it's minds is created from all the retired cops in Florida that now run pizzerias. So all it is their memories of New York City in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. And they're just like, oh, my God. It's so I remember, listen, I saw a guy kidnap and do a home invasion on an orangutan at the Monkey House in 1983 in the Bronx Zoo. Scariest shit I ever saw. They put a gun in a baby chimpanzee's mouth. Sick shit, bro.
Sick, bro.
Made me
blew his brains out.
You remember that? You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember when the guy shot all those people at Alexander's on Fordham Road?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was at the top of the hill. He just rolled the bodies down.
Yeah. Didn't give a shit. There was like 2 Fordham kids in that bunch. Can you believe this crap? Yeah. But you know what? Fuck it. That's why we're here. It's in Singer Island, enjoying life like God intended. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Mullignan free.
That's right. That's why me and my
bartender,
partner.
let me get another Long Island, please. And get my friend here the electric lemonade, please. Thank you very much.
You know the vibe. Shout out to all the NYPD officers chilling in Florida making terrible pizza. Because the truth is, the secret to New York pizza is New York City.
New York water, tap
you
water.
don't have that? You don't have that. But back to the intro. Shout out episode 237 of the world's
right, y'all.
illustrious podcast. Bodega Boys in the building. You know, give it up. Make some noise. Give it up. Shout out to Cash App. Give it up to, shout out to Showtime. You know, still got that illustrious show. We just had friend of the brand, Kelly Rowland, our friend from Texas, on. We will be writing a song with her unless she's lying. So, you know.
Yeah. Hopefully she's not.
No pressure, Kelly.
Just, it would suck to, have such a high level of respect for you as an artist and integrity, just you say we're going to do a song and then you just, kind of don't,
Yeah. You know the vibe.
But
you know what it is. We're in day 363 of the I just made that number up. Of the pandemic.
I was about to say, I was like, bro, if you've been counting, you're way better than me. Because if I would have been counting, dog, I would have jumped off my roof 138 days ago.
And so,
shit.
Shout out to everyone still,
motherfucker.
Everyone's still hanging in there. Everyone's still, alive,
guys, keep it positive. Keep it positive. Try to see. Listen, there's a lot of underlying conditions that can get you vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? So go get vaccinated. If you got asthma, if you're obese, which I just recently found out that I am, you know what I'm saying? Go get a vaccine.
How obese are you?
Just like over, you know what I mean? Like a couple percentage points over on the BMI tip, which I knew, like, I gotta get in shape. I gotta start losing weight.
So when are you getting your vaccine?
It's bad for me. I tried to sign up today, actually this morning, for March 6th, and it was like buying fucking sneakers. I had the shit in my cart, so to speak, and by the time I was ready to be like, yo, submit info and all that shit, boop, appointment gone. So, but we'll see.
Is it like a super site or
it's like no, it's I believe Valley Hospital, like the local hospital or some shit like that, or like a satellite area that like they got, how they got like the little medical group areas or whatever. But trying to get vaccinated out here. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe out here. Hopefully.
I made my own vaccine. I don't understand why people out here are only buying vaccine from big pharmacy when clearly if you get tonic water, pineapple juice, Guinness,
I've been telling people,
and baby asprin, and you mash them all together. Same shit, baby. Who's Moderna? Have you heard of them before?
I heard of Madonna.
Do they make sneakers?
Never heard of Moderna.
All right. Moderna, is that the sneaker? Is that the soccer guy that died? No. You don't know who Moderna is. Is that show on ABC? Moderna Family? No, they just come out of nowhere. They run the vaccine game? No, I've watched The Wire. I've watched Paid in Full. I know how the drug game works. Moderna didn't shoot anyone down. How are they taking over these corners?
No. Yeah.
Dare I say, Johnson & Johnson's wild pussy. I'm just throwing that out there. Johnson & Johnson, they come in with the weak. They got the 1-dose joint, but it's only 66%. Which people are like, yo, I don't want to take a vaccine that's only 66%. I'm like, that's 66% of what you have right now. That's more than 60%.
Which is zero.
So that's like someone saying, yo, do you want to take this? If you win, you own. But here's a lotto ticket. If you win out of $100, you only get $66. You're like, man, fuck that.
I don't want that lotto ticket. You can keep it. Okay, pal.
So, also, I mean, this is a perfect opportunity for all the people of color listening to this. What's stopping you from creating a vaccine?
I made one with pine nuts the other day.
You know, like, listen, we're always talking about we need equal playing fields. We need a chance to have representation. Listen, the floor right now, everyone's starting at zero, except for, the big pharmaceutical company. But you could make a vaccine. If you believe in yourself. The lady that made Spanx, she did it. Why can't you do it?
Yeah.
Yo, make all shea butter and make a vaccine.
Yeah, fuck it. Stop fucking selling, like, I don't know, underwear and shit. Make a fucking vaccine, dog. Like, all you need is like a couple $2 billion and mad years of research and shit, and then you're good.
You know what it is? Because Nipsey died, niggas ain't motivated anymore. Niggas think
that's
the marathon ended.
Remember, no, it continues, dog.
How do we turn LLC Twitter into make a vaccine Twitter? How do we get people on Twitter to start shaming people for not making vaccines? Be like, oh, wow. We all got 24 hours in a day, but only some people made a vaccine. Wow.
You gotta find. That's like diplomatic shit. You gotta find the king of LLC Twitter and have a sit down with him via DM and be like, yo, fam, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hop on this vaccine train, dog. Like, you're an influencer. You gotta do a clubhouse talk about flipping vaccines. Somehow make it a flip.
Yeah, you gotta buy a vaccine on the low.
Make vaccines sound like a MLM, and you're good. And then do a talk on the clubhouse. Mwah.
What you gotta do? You gotta buy that. You gotta wait for people their mortgage to default on their vaccine, and then you buy it for the low. Fix it up. That's it. Quick flip
and flip it
back on the market, baby. I seen it.
That's it.
That's my new show. That's my new show on HGTV. It's called Flip That Vaccine. I come in, I put a little couple, railroad style doors by the kitchen on the vaccine.
Bong, archway right there in the syringe. You feel me?
Everyone's like, everyone's like, you flipped that vaccine, but you flipped it in Waco, Texas. So I don't understand how you're gonna. Well, shout out to HGTV with just their shows about houses during the pandemic. Like, now it's sad. They got Zoom shows, and like, as someone with a Zoom show that's not trash, and I say that because a lot of y'all got Zoom shows, and like, y'all don't really fuck with like camera angles, camera placement, audio engineering, lighting, continuity, things like that.
Why do niggas out here looking like, Are You Afraid of the Dark? You know what I'm saying? From Nickelodeon and shit.
Like,
with your lighting.
Back up. Like, what? Like, fam, your face should not be 80% of the screen and your body 20%. That means you are at I believe, a 45-degree camera angle, which is not.
Fam.
Unless you hiding under the bed, that's not a good camera angle. Okay?
I should not be able to tell your head to neck ratio so clearly. You know what I'm saying? Back up, dog. Like, you shouldn't be able to touch the camera. You know what I'm saying?
That's a new job now. You can be. Listen, if you don't have a job, add this to your Twitter bio. You are now a Zoom camera
interior designer.
Not interior designer, but like a stylist.
A Zoom DP.
You help people with their camera placement, and then like all you gotta do is like, if someone looks ugly in the Zoom, you get them 2 ring lights. If you still look ugly after you got 2 ring lights in front of you, I'm sorry, you're ugly. There's not much more that can be said. Like, you have you got to understand your dubness. I'm sorry.
That's it. Sorry. Get you a Zoom director of photography and you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? They'll help you out. But like my man said, if they give you all the ring lights in the world and shit still ain't working, and you got the highlights and all that, and you doing all that,
shout out to everyone that discovered they were ugly during the pandemic. Like
you know why? Because you gotta, because now you gotta look at yourself all day in the fucking Zoom. You're like, God damn, I got a fat face.
Like, wow.
You look at yourself like, God damn,
let's keep it
my
honest.
earlobes are hairy.
Ain't nobody looking at the person talking in the Zoom. You're looking at yourself. Because why?
All the time.
Unless your coworkers got some wild shit going on in their backgrounds and other shit, or like their whole shit is chaotic. Yeah. It's like, yo, what's going on there?
Yeah, what is that?
You know, that's why
if you Zoom with 30 niggas, who are you looking at? Yeah. I'm not looking at the dude talking to Zoom with 30 motherfuckers.
This is actually why I always thought Zoom should give you and only you a notification if somebody like pins your photo or like pins your video. If you're like 30 people, it's creepy. It's a lot.
It's creepy. You don't know. You don't know who's like staring. People, because like people looking at your background, they look at your plants, and then they trying to figure out like from they're looking at a building through your back window, and now they know where you live because now they did GPS on Google Maps and they open source to figure out, yo, Reddit, what's this building back here? Now they're stalking. You don't want that. Because listen, everybody knows every job has a couple of creeps on there. You know, you know who it is. You know who it's some people. Yeah. Usually the nicest person at your job, definitely a creep. But you know, you gotta,
the nicest person at your job is definitely a creep.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, it's like it's a pandemic. What are you so happy about? Huh?
It's like a rule of thumb. It's like a rule of thumb. Like, yo, you're too nice, bro.
Anyone that smiles too, I feel that might be me being Jamaican, but anyone that smiles too much is either, as they would problematically say, if you smile too much, you're simple. So you can't. I remember I dated a girl, and she had a lovely smile, and she was just such a pleasant person, and she just was always smiling, and I was just like, wow, this girl is just dumb as shit. Like, and it wasn't the case. It wasn't the case. I was just so indoctrinated from being raised on 233rd. Shout out to all my goat head soup and all my, you know, Jamaican stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was just like, I'm like, how can you be so happy about life? Life is not fun. Life is sufferation. Life is a tissue.
It's a struggle.
It's a struggle. What are you smiling about?
You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I smile about the fact that every night when I lay my head on my pillow, there's a chance I won't wake up. You're like, oh, wait, all right.
Oh, shit.
Just waking up and the first thing you wake up and you be like, God damn it. Like, oh, yeah, you woke up. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. You're like, I was waiting for I was waiting for the cold, clammy hand of death. And he's like, who? Like, all right.
Yeah. Goddamn.
I say that because, you know, eventually won't be no podcast no more when I grow my dreads and I go to Jamaica and I start my Ackee farm. Ackee pressed juices.
Yo.
Now, I need Victor to work with me on this because I have no idea how I'm going to be able to press these Ackees.
I'm already there.
How am I? Also, can we have a moment of silence real quick? Just in memoriam. Because you guys know about Ackee, right?
Yeah.
Y'all fuck with Ackee?
From the Bronx.
So, like, you know about it being poisonous, correct?
It's one of those you have to eat early or else it's poisonous, right?
Yeah. Yes, it's poisonous if you eat it too early, which is just kind of sad if you think about it. Because this is like, all right, how do we find this out? How did we find out that Ackee was poisonous? People had to die. Jamaicans had to die for us to find out Ackee is poisonous. Like, some of my relatives died. Some of my relatives, and you know the worst part is? Instead of being called pioneers, they got cooked. They was like, boy, you ate Ackee early, you died with your dumb ass. Look at dumbass Ron. He ate early Ackee. Wah. Look at him. He foaming at the mouth. Whoa, wheel up. So shout out to all the early Ackee adopters. Thank you for your service. Like, also, has anyone realized? Also, what was it? An update from a couple podcasts ago, because you know we don't usually do that on here. But Victor made a controversial statement, and we're bringing it back up. Maybe it ruins Victor's career, maybe it doesn't. Victor named a supermarket and said it was the best supermarket de facto. Victor, what supermarket did you name?
Wegmans, and I stand by it.
Victor said Wegmans was the best. And you know what? The Bodega Hive has spoken, and they said,
Okay.
they said Victor is 1,000% right. There's nothing better than Wegmans. So you know what? You know what, y'all? Give it up. Give it up for Wegmans. Give it up for Wegmans. Give it up.
Make some fucking noise, nigga. Make some fucking noise, nigga. Y'all niggas got good cookies, nigga.
It was from
Y'all
Rochester.
niggas got good cookies.
But the next field piece for the show, we're just gonna go to Wegmans.
Let's go. Can't wait.
Breads. We're gonna go. They do.
Let's fucking go.
Dry pasta very well. We'll do it all.
Oh
my God, that's the show right there. The Bodega Boys go to like actual not bodegas. Boom. Boom.
To food stores that have more than 30 items.
They're like, that's a very clunky name. You know what the thing is? And that's the bullshit in Hollywood. And I was talking to you about this, Victor, about just like the bullshit little rules, like how if you're not popping and you write a movie, the studio could be like, I don't like that title. That title has too many names. We don't make movies that have an ampersand in it. Yeah. But once you're popping, you could have your movie title could look like Fiona Apple's title for her second album. And those motherfuckers ain't cutting shit.
When the pawn eats the yogurt in the fridge.
The game is the game.
Yeah, you'll get caught in development hell if your log line isn't just right. If your log line is more than one sentence.
Exactly. And you got to think about it. It's weird because certain, as people, we've all created shit. And when you write stuff, there's certain projects and you're like, I want it under this title. It only works underneath this title. And as soon as they change that title, you're just like,
this feels wrong.
What the fuck is this? Yeah, it's not yours anymore.
This ain't it.
Yes, ain't it. And now you divest from it. Now your heart's not in it. Now you don't care about the characters. You don't care about the development. Now you're like, you know what? Let me just sell this shit. Let me just get this shit out of here. I don't give a fuck about this shit. And then sadly, you have to see a withered, diluted version of your pet project. And it might be a movie. It might be a show. It might be whatever. And people are just like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. In your heart, you're just like, no, it's not. That ain't it. I had something better. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Let me look something up.
Truth.
Give me 1 minute.
And it's funny because like I think about shit like that all the time, and I'm just like, damn, dog. I was like, you know what? You could probably make $1 gazillion if you just wrote like a boring sitcom. You know what I'm saying? But that it just had like broad appeal. You know what I mean? But then you just be sitting there like, this ain't. I'm not feeling this.
I mean, you gonna make $1 billion, if you make a sitcom that has appeal to broads as well. I mean, if that's what you.
But you know what? You might fuck around and do some shit like that. Like write some fucking.
So like me and Mero, we made like a sitcom for like skirts. So like,
let's reboot Third Rock from the Sun.
That's We're gonna call it Third Cock from the Sun. Available only on the Cock, your favorite streaming service. Yeah,
that's right. Everything has everything's on the Cock.
They're like, you've been gagging on the cock.
The cock.
Instead of asking, instead of being like, are you still watching? It just pops up like, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is it your turn? Oh, I'm sorry. Was that too rough?
Oh, wow. Yo, did I wake your baby? Wow. Only on the Cock.
Ooh,
Listen, if you know about the programmer, you don't want the Cock Plus, bro. That's actually, listen. That's just stuff that's too girthy for mainstream cock. Okay, that's Cock Extreme, bro.
The Cock Extreme, the veiniest content out there.
It's just basically like X-rated versions of regular shows. It's just like Shark Tank, and they're like, oh,
Cock
you
Tank.
want? They're like, listen, sharks. I have cupcakes. And I need $800,000 for 50% of my company. And the football guy's like, what are you willing to do for that? And he just like whips his thing out. And
I mean, just be like, yo, all right, we're ready to make a decision. And instead of doing niggas one by one, they just bring them all out at the end. And they'd be like, all right, everybody drop your pants. Who has the biggest cock? We're invested in you. Because you
go.
Are the cock.
Doom.
You're King Cock.
Our new show, Cock Tank.
Cock Tank, only other cock. Yo, chill.
Cock Tank was a weird mix of what's that show that Joe Rogan used to host?
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor.
And it's just a tank full of cocks. That's all it is. And there you go. It's a tank, and it's like guys are submerged, and you have to find your lover's cock. Well, okay, wow, we've done a lot. We've done a lot.
I was like, we gotta hit that light. Yo, I know we've talked about this before, but yo, how the fuck did the motherfucker who hosted, like, sit in this tank full of spiders somehow become like an intellectual? Like,
I don't know. Like remember when they were like
a bro intellectual, a bro intellectual?
Remember when they were like Joe Rogan should host the presidential debates?
I was like, why?
I was like, okay.
Is Joe Biden gonna put fucking this thing in a sleeper? Like, why should he? Is he gonna be like Biden's mounting him? Oh, Biden with the rear naked choke. Oh, he's applying pressure.
Listen, they get people go on. Rogan got the most. He got the most listeners. He got the most press. He out there.
Yo,
he out there.
Shout out to the bros.
It's weird because
should we do bro content?
He's just like, should we pivot? I mean, eventually. I think no. It's like right now we're still popping. Right now we're still got upward momentum. But once the momentum goes down, yeah, we're doing the wild
bro content.
The wild heel pivot. We're going full CPAC. We going full just conspiracy theory, QAnon.
Ooh.
Biden stole the election.
Patreon.
Biden doesn't know what's going on. Kamala Harris is a foreign agent. All that shit, bro. Like she's indebted to China. All that shit.
Niggas going OAN. Like, niggas got a 5-hour block on OAN.
You're going to see the wild picture of us. It's going to be a picture on our Instagram. It's going to be us and MBS on his yacht. Like, you're out here in Saudi Arabia.
Yo, Platinum Bonesaw holla.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, no. Please, thank you.
Woo. Oh, man. Okay.
Oh god!
I think my MacBook has died, like it's closed, and the fan is still going. So that's always a bad thing. I know Apple's been trying to kill my MacBook because it's a 2014 MacBook that's still going, and it's still going.
Yeah,
hard.
They get mad.
And Apple's like, enough is enough, and they don't know this is like its 5th logic board. But hey, I'm going down with the. This is basically the MacBook that people in survival movies have. Like the people who knew the chemical attack or the monsters or the nuclear bomb was going off, and they've been prepared for it, and they just got like mad AOL CDs taped to the wall to keep the radiation out and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I've been waiting for this day, bro.
Yo, they pull a laptop out, shit was mad, got mad like Stone Temple Pilots stickers and shit, like mad random shit.
Their actual main computer is based off like a Dreamcast. You're like, wow, how'd they pull that off and shit? Like,
how the fuck?
They're mad whimsical for someone because in theory they had to create this out of scrap parts, but they did it when society was still running. So I don't understand why it's so whimsical, but you're with it. You're with it.
Yeah. Suspend the disbelief.
It's all fun and games until you gotta find a lightning bolt charger for a MacBook in an apocalypse. Like,
you know
where are you gonna find that shit at? Like,
because you know that they like, if it depends on the type of apocalypse. If it's like apocalypse, everybody gets wiped out except you, then you might be able to hit the Apple Store and get it. But if it's like apocalypse, like slow burn apocalypse, you know they're hitting the Apple Store early. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, a lot of people don't realize the Apple Store has guns and the employees are ready to murder people. Like, Apple has enough money that if Apple murdered people, they could just pay out the government to drop the charges. We all know that. Let's not be stupid. They made all that money. Remember when we used to have to pay for the wired headphones and you'd go to the Apple Store and they'd be like, you have to pay for replacement wired headphones? That's where they got the gun money from. Think about it. They've been ready. Know.
The dudes, a lot of dudes I've been seeing working there look like shooters.
You think Apple wouldn't force music onto our phones not knowing we're pussy? They were like, what y'all gonna do? After that, we didn't do shit about that.
Delete it.
We didn't do shit about that.
Delete it.
They was like, yo, delete it. There was like, Apple was like, yo, take this music, little nigga.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Try to delete this shit.
Here. Wow.
Fucking pussy. Fuck out of this nigga.
And if Apple wanted to take over the world, there's not much we could do. Because, like, what if Apple was like, yeah, we're taking over. If tomorrow Apple was like, guess what? Apple runs the world. Don't listen to your governments, whatever. You couldn't be like, nah, fuck that. Because then Apple was like, okay, we're just going to turn off your phone and your MacBook and your EarPods. And, I don't know, the iMac you record your TV show with. There might be a problem. There might be a problem there.
Oh, look, you suck. I was like, yo, I got a PC laptop. I'm good. Then I was just like, oh, well, I mean, damn, we do the show on all Mac shit.
Yeah, Apple Watches is closing down. Any, like, government shit that's run on Apple, Apple kind of got... Remember, if you remember back when we used back when we had to use apples in schools, back when we were younger, that was Apple attempting to get back in the market because Apple was just not like out there like that the way IBM
the colorful
was.
iMacs and shit.
But now look. Now I'm talking about way back before that when they had 3.5 discs and they had like the fucking Apple.
Oh my God.
Discs.
Jesus
like
Christ.
shit.
I remember that shit.
Apple was trying to get in the market, and Apple, I remember Apple was an early adopter for the New York Public Library because they were like had computers for the library. And then I think, oh shit, I'm gonna take y'all back. Y'all remember Gateway with their cow boxes? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that was my sister's first fucking college computer.
Yeah, Gateway signed a contract with the New York Public Library, and I remember we got all these Gateway, and it was wild because it was just like there had to be like $100,000 worth of computer products just chilling in the library, and I'm just like, yeah, I make like I want to say $8 an hour, so I'm gonna just leave this back door open. Like if y'all niggas want to come in, you come get these shits. But
Gateways were they Dell? Was that Dell? Or was the Gateway like its actual like its own thing?
No, Gateway was an actual company with actual stores. They were one of the most popular companies in the country because of their service, and they were highly esteemed. A lot of business companies used them, and their signature thing was their cow-shaped boxes. And they advertised in Computer Shopper, and they had a store on 59th Street. And I remember I went in there, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, because they were like, "Nah, you order here, you don't get the thing here." And I was like, "Oh, this is."
Like, yo, what? I gotta come here to order this shit? Like, why? I can't just call you?
Yeah.
I remember my sister being fucking hype, nigga, like she, because it was like you could build your computer essentially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, she was fucking hype. I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm putting mad memory in my shit. I'm putting 40 megabytes."
Yeah, they were bought by ACR.
I was like, "Yo, 40 megabytes, yo, you wildin'. You're never gonna fill that up."
Listen, my aunt, I remember she called me once and she was like, "Don," she was like, "I bought a computer. It has 2 gigabytes of free hard drive space." I was like, "You're never gonna fill that in your whole entire life. That's wild. That's so much.
That's nuts.
That's so much space.
That's out of control."
Meanwhile, I got like 60 gig film clips on my phone right now, like easy peasy. I don't even load them.
Bruh, my PlayStation got more wide. Like, my PlayStation looks like Michael Anthony, dog. It's tied off with terabyte drives, like in every fucking USB hole. My PS4 is getting airtight at all times with the extended storage.
Wait. Hey, he said his PS3 is getting Eiffel Tower. Hey. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, rest in peace to my Wii. It finally died again. The one we bought at MTV2.
Oh wow! From that weird Samoan dude
off of Craigslist. Remember?
Yeah, from the creepy. Yeah, from the creepy.
And I was like, "Yo, come with me to make sure he doesn't murder me."
Yeah.
Can we go ahead?
I really had a box cutter on me too. Like,
yeah, we ready.
Am I gonna cut this nigga? Like, what am I gonna do? Cut this nigga's jugular? Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he tries to rob us for a week, like, and I was just like, yeah, that was my whole thought. My thought process was very simple: A to B.
We had nothing going on.
This nigga get jumpy. I'm gonna chop his nut. I'm gonna chop his neck.
We were walking around angry. We were already we was like angry about our contracts and shit. We was just waiting to fuck somebody up. Remember every time we were walking from the MTV building to Grand Central on that little strip. Remember how many times it could have gone left? Remember that one guy that was like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" But he was
what the fuck you looking at? Yeah, man. Yeah,
like, come back here, pussy. Come back here, pussy. And he ain't want to smoke.
Bro, I want to duff that nigga so bad.
You know, I was like, yo,
if he comes over here, I'm gonna definitely duff this nigga. I'm glad he did it.
You know who I'm still waiting for? You know who I'm still waiting to catch? Think about it. Bodega Hive knows. Come on, Mero. Think about it.
Oh.
Who was the most egregious character in the Desus and Mero actual in-life universe?
The fucking guy on in Brooklyn.
There you go, Bedford Avenue. Bedford Avenue.
Oh my God. Yo, that dude. Yo, listen. Like, my man's like,
you know, it's gonna be one of those things where you don't remember, but just like in a movie or something, you come across that person, and that split second, you are right back. Crystal clear. 4K.
You just brought me back because I remember, nigga. I remember the outfit I had on, everything, and it was so wild because I think you took a flick, and like in the flick, the reflection is like I'm grabbing the nigga's door handle, like ready to like Hulk smash the door open, like yo, nah, we beating the shit out of you right here, my nigga. Like you asking for it.
Bro, he crashed into 2 cars to get away from us.
To get away from
He crashed into the car in front of him and the car after us and went through a red light. Your man was scared to death. Because that was not Hollywood Desus Mero. That was Desus Mero who had driven to work. We were
for
tight.
Real. And the wildest shit was like I'm like, homie, it's like, yo, fam, you're out here having like a public meltdown. You think niggas ain't gonna it's camera phones everywhere. You think nobody's gonna pull out a camera phone? Like, that's what I be tripping. Like, I'm like, yo, I understand you mad because you blocked in. By the way, this whole thing started because homie was blocked in by a delivery truck. By the way, it was nothing egregious.
For those of you new to the Bodega Hive, you know these Renaissance stories. This is like a special throwback. This is like in our Knicks games when they're like, remember last time the Knicks won a championship, and it goes to black and white. This is back in the Vice days, early days of the Vice days. Me and Mero would have to
don't hit skip recap.
On lunch, we'd like walk around Williamsburg to find lunch, and we walk down to like past Whole Foods, the Apple store, whatever. We just roll in, and we're coming back, and we hit Bedford Avenue. And there was a young, he looks young at first, but if you get into it, he's old in the face. He's oldish. Because we're allies, I can steal some gay speech right here. I would say he was old in the face, boots down, I believe they would say. And he had what did he have, like a Hollister shirt on? Or
Yes, a Hollister shirt and a Hollister hat.
Well, boo,
bozo,
boo.
Doubling up on bozo gear.
And like he couldn't get, like, there was a truck blocking him, and he was having a wild emotional fit in the middle of the street, just yelling
like a temper tantrum
and stuff. And the truck, no one was coming out, so like now he's just making a fool of himself. Everyone's staring at him. There was like an open door cafe, and everyone inside the cafe is looking at him. And so me and Mero just stop and stare at him, like, yo, my man, what are you going through? Because also we want to see if eventually the truck driver is gonna come out. Eventually, the truck driver, and then the truck driver eventually comes out. And he realizes what's going on, so he moves the truck. Me and Mero are still standing there, and I think, were you filming it, or?
Yeah, because when he started having the fucking temper tantrum, I'm like, look at this fucking bozo, dog. And I started recording him.
Yeah.
Natural instinct. Like, yo, you over here fucking privileged white dude over here having a baby temper tantrum because some poor asshole who's getting like $17 an hour to drive around in 90-degree heat and deliver fucking soda to a bodega is inconveniencing you for 30 seconds. And you over here cussing a nigga out and all kinds of wild shit. You know,
the guy moves the truck and we're still standing there, and he's like, "Why are you just standing there like a bunch of niggers?" Who? He said that with 4 hard R's, bro.
Yo, fam, I was like,
and we was
I just looked at you.
Okay.
I know we just looked at each other like, yo,
it's go time. We were like, it's go time. We just surrounded. We just walked up to the car. He got in the car. And then, like, he locked the door, but then he realized, like, his passenger side of the door wasn't locked.
Yo.
So, his window rolled down, and then, like, we pulled it over, he pulled it closed, and, like, he's, like, starting the car. He's like, because he realized he was trying to call 911, but we were, like, pulling open the door, and by the time 911 would have got there, we would have beat him to death. And he just, like, said, fuck it, crashed the car in front of him, backed up, crashed the car and back of him to give him space to pull out. Drove and made a left right through a red light and almost crashed into another car to get out of there. Whoa. So, you know, shout out to that. Shout out to that man. Shout out to that racer. Shout out to that racer right there. Big up that racer right there. Big up that racer right there. Shout out to that man.
But you know what it is, too? I said this, I think, I forgot who I said this to recently because I'm blanking. But I was just like, yo, I don't even need to beat the shit out this motherfucker because just the fear in his eyes was enough for me to be like, oh, you had that little squirt of pee. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're nervous. Like that little squirt of pee when you like shook, you're like, oh, you don't pee on yourself, but you just got that little squirt. Like that little squirt of pee came out.
I
was like, yo, like you mentally you know what's going right now. If you don't get the fuck out of here right now.
And we were in such a good place. We were in that perfect position in our career. We wasn't popping enough that it would be like front page news, but we were popped enough that we couldn't afford a lawyer. So it would have been perfect. And we would have got away with it. Because as soon as you've been like, he said the N-word,
hey, crime.
You know, every cop would be like, they'd be like, forget it. Imagine we go in there with lawyers and we're like, yeah, he called them a racial slur on Bedford Avenue. On Bedford Avenue.
And it was mad people
there. Children in the front of a gorilla.
Like, oh. A gorilla. And it was mad people too. And as soon as that shit happened, mad of them came out. They was shook.
Like, we heard him. We heard him.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
He shouldn't have said that. They were like,
if there's anything white passerbys in Williamsburg want to do, it'd be allies. So
yeah,
shout out to them.
They're like, that was wrong. That was wrong. Do you need some water?
I was like, thank you, Karen O. And I really like you and yes. Thank you. It's really wonderful.
Fucking wild.
But back to the story at hand. Expression is expression, so I hope you understand. From a young G's perspective.
Woo.
And before we go to the clip, I got to use the contraceptive. You never know. I could be burning the hole, earning the hole, at the same time burning the hole. I ain't with that shit, Lieutenant. Wow, that was...
Bennett. Yeah. And that shit is really the real deal Holyfield.
Now, all you hookers and hoes know how I feel. Do you? Welcome to the latest episode of Bodega Boys. We're going to talk to hookers and hoes and see if they really know how you feel. Why is it always hookers and hoes know how I feel? Why is it not how I know how hookers and hoes feel? Ask yourself
how about that.
Snoop.
It's a two-way street.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You rat-a-tat-tat. You never hesitate to put a nigga on his back. Let me ask you something. Do you ever hesitate to help a nigga off his back?
How about that? You ever think about that?
Think about it. To all my niggas and my bitches and my niggas, throw your motherfucking hands in the air. And if you don't give a fuck like we don't give a fuck, throw your motherfuckers niggas in the air. Let me ask you something. Why don't you ask your niggas and your bitches and my niggas and my bitches, throw your mutual funds together in the air so we can create sustainable unity and we don't have to rely on the white man in our communities.
That's right. And generational wealth in the community.
People don't think about that. Okay?
Speak on it. Teach these devils.
There's so many opportunities in hip hop that could be
real hip hop
to promote socialism, and it's sad. It's just sad.
You know what I'm saying?
And
it's all about community unity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember when we had the Range Rovers, and when the Range Rover would get too close to a wall, it would start making a noise? When you get too spicy on some topics, like, so steering wheel starts shaking, like,
It's like, yo.
Shout out to Range Rovers. Those bum-ass cars. Wow. In order for me to say that, I can actually say that. I can actually say it's not a good, once you get the Christmas lights, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah.
All right.
And also, like, listen, man. If you're in a position, if you're in a good position to be financially well off in this economy, lease. You know what I'm saying? A car is not an investment. You know what I'm saying? That's very basic finance 101. But you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Anybody that learned that picked up that jewel, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. Everyone at Bronx Toyota is like, tell them, Mero. You tell them.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Tell them come in, at least a Civic. All they need is a pay stub.
Also, shout out to Lady Gaga and Ryan, her dog walker, who was not from Rover. It was an actual dog walker who got clapped for her dogs, which is fucking nuts. Like, she's taking care of him. But that's, like, listen, niggas gotta, you should be allowed to, she gotta get a concealed carry license for him.
Yeah. Also, I was thinking, like, Lady Gaga's, she got bread, bro. She definitely is not using, like, a service with, like, a rando. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely somebody she knows. You know what I mean? So, shout out to her. Yeah. Get them dogs back.
They really shot him. That's some wild shit. Back. Niggas run up on you and you walking your dog.
Yo.
You can't chill.
You know what I'm saying? That's where you got to get a fucking Irish wolfhound. Ain't nobody running you down when you're walking a pony. You know what I'm saying? Get a big ass dog. That's horrible advice, but you know, whatever.
Right. Like, Lady Gaga, I hope they find your dogs, yo. That's like, if you got her dogs, you know this shit is not ending well. You know you're not getting that $500,000. You know you're going to jail.
Yeah. Like,
the thing is, I think what happened is the people, I don't think they were like, yo, that's Lady Gaga's dogs. I think they were just like, yo, there's this white guy in my neighborhood and he has like these expensive ass dogs. If we steal his dogs, they probably was like, yo, we could probably be like, yo, give us like 2 G's and you get your dogs back. They probably was like, yo, there's some little petty shit. We don't even gotta like OD whatever. And then you make it even worse. They probably was like, they probably gave dude the blicky like, yo, here's the do not use it. Dude, it's just for show. Do not use the shit. And your man was like loaded, thinking like, yo. Your man was like, your man panicked or some shit and shot. That's what happens. You plan crimes and then things go wrong like a cascade. Like everything goes wrong. Gun jams. Cops just happen to be
Murphy's Law.
Cops just happen to be driving by right then and there.
Yeah.
The nigga you robbing
off duty. It would be off duty cop. It wouldn't even be like a patrol. Like off duty. What the fuck? I'm calling this in.
Or even stupider shit. Like you jump someone on the bus, and while you're jumping the person, you accidentally elbow a woman in her mouth. The woman that you elbowed in the mouth happens to be the mother of the Fraternal Order of Sergeants in New York City. Now he got Twitter and everyone looking for the person that physically assaulted a 75-year-old on MTA public transportation. And you're like, it's not even that. It's not now you facing felony charges. You're like, what the fuck? That's how it happens. Very quickly.
Dog.
I remember my last case.
Shit goes left, dog.
I remember my last case. I was like, all right. I remember there was like, I was like, at most, I got like disorderly conduct. When them niggas came in with the ATF, I was like, all right, this is. I was like, Daniel, we are in over. Yeah, it was that wacky sitcom music. I was like, oh shit.
Shit.
They came in with when they recover a gun on a gun charge, they bring it in a brown paper bag. So they walk in on some cop shit and they're like, they hold it up and they was like, you know what this is? And I was like, what is that? Your lunch? And they dropped it on the table. But when they dropped it on the table, you hear the heaviness of the gun, and I was like. Okay. All right. Okay.
Shit.
All right.
Okay. All right.
But then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I didn't have a gun. What the fuck am I worried about? Like, but then I was like, oh. But I was like, wait, I did touch. But I was like, you know what? I know NYPD. I'm taking my chances. Let's fucking go. Let's ride this shit out. I was like, let's go to bookings, baby. Remember, that's always your best offer. If the cops are like, tell us something now, it will help your case. That is a fucking lie. You shut the fuck up until you see the judge.
Yeah.
Remember that. Remember that. And listen, they will lie to you. They'll be like, yo, I'll help you with your case. I'll tell the judge you cooperated. That does not happen. That never fucking happens. You shut your fucking mouth, all right? You be a stand-up individual. You do your time, and you get out like a G. Also, shout out to Bobby Schmurder. You know what I'm saying? Big up that man right there.
Shout out to Schmurder 59. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Roddy Rebel. You heard... You know what I'm saying? But yo, listen, man, don't get pinched out here, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's very the cops is not trying to help you at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To echo Jesus. Like, they ain't here to help you. What the fuck? People think like it's like a cop show where it's like, yo, if you give up a bigger fish, we'll let you go. We'll give you immunity. No, nigga, nope, you're not what? You're not nigga, you're not walking out of there. Nigga, are you dumb? Like, fam, first of all, if your lawyer's retainer is less than 5 G's, you're going to jail, dog. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you got a real charge and the retainer is less than 5 G's, you're going to jail, my nigga. I'm very sorry. That nigga went to John Jay, you know what I'm saying? Which is a very respectable institution. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John Jay. No John Jay slander, but nigga went to John Jay. You know what I'm saying? He just started doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was a paralegal in Salino Barnes. Now he got a private practice out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
You know what I'm saying? That shit got to be 10 G's or better. I'm walking myself to Rikers. Like, I'm swimming. Because I think the
flexiest lawyer thing I've ever seen. This lawyer, it was an old Italian guy. His hair was slicked back. He had to be in his late 50s, actually. And he walks in. It was like an Armani suit. He had on Jordan 1s. He walked in, and he addressed the judge as Carl. He addressed the judge by his first name. And shout out to my man, the homie, Black Pat, the OG, one of the realest legends from the Lower East Side. Give it up. Salute that man. Salute that man right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo. Make some noise. Make some motherfucking noise for Black Pat, yo. Make some motherfucking noise for Black Pat.
Did a quick 7. Did snitch on nobody. He could snitch on a lot of people. Did not snitch. We're not even going to talk about the Israeli kid that snitched on him, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, Pat had shit to do. Pat was not ready to go to jail. Pat had the charges. He was already convicted, whatever. This lawyer was able to keep Pat on the streets for an additional year because he found him a crooked dentist that said Pat needed like root canals and all this dental surgery that they wouldn't be able to do inside the federal correctional system. So because he was friends with the judge, he was like, he was like, my guy, come on, like that. He's literally doing that in court. And the guy's like, all right. Next year. You turn yourself in next year. And I was like, that's wild. But the flip side of that is when Pat gets out, he's like, damn, I should have just went in when I got charged. Because I had to do, like, you just shifted. You're going to do 7. So do you want to do 7 years starting in 2000 and get out in 2007? Or start in 2001 and get out in 2000? You know what I'm saying? Like, you get it over with.
You never know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got to look at what albums is going to drop and shit, what movies are going to come out. You know what I'm saying? Make
Ja Rule did the same thing. Ja Rule fought his gun case for 3 years and then ended up having to do like 3 years. Yeah, because it was weird. Him and Lil Wayne got arrested for gun charges at the same time. At the same time, I got arrested, not on a gun charge, on a different charge. I have lived a wild life, but on a different charge. And you know what? Going to court, and I was like, I got to go to court. There's some bullshit. I got to go to court at 9:30 on Monday in Manhattan. But Ja Rule and Lil Wayne be here, so that's just
Nigga, I caught a charge, and my lawyer literally said to me, he was like, yo, he's like, your retainer is good, it's clear. Shout out to my guy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say your name, I ain't gonna make it hot. But he gave me, nigga ooped me the lawyer. And then my man literally said, first time I met him, sat down in his office, nigga said, retainer's good. I'm gonna go down and put my knee pads on. You'll be out of here. You'll be free and clear. Don't worry about it. I was like, what? I go to court. Ba 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 ba. Nigga goes to the judge. They chuckle. Case dismissed. I was like, what the fuck did you say to that nigga? He's like, don't worry about it. Go pay the fucking fine. Like the little fee, the little bullshit, whatever court fee that you gotta pay at the window. And kept it moving. I was like, yo, this is fucking wild, dog. This is really just like, yo, who do you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, the older lawyer is, probably the better. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he knows a lot of motherfuckers.
It's all about the connections. Or it's all about, not getting arrested. So if you're listening to this and you're listening to this, like, yo, I'm going to get arrested tonight. Don't get arrested. Getting arrested sucks. Because also the worst part is when the cops lie to you and they'll be like, yo, you be out in 2 hours. You're never going to be out in 2 hours. That's a lie. If they tell you you're getting out in 3 hours, you're doing 3 days. So.
Yeah. Straight up.
Also, if you live a wild life, every time you leave your house, you should leave your house in a hoodie and thermals because prison gets cold and you want to be comfortable. So also, you can always fold up. You can fold up the thermal. You can fold up the hoodie as a blanket and sleep underneath the bench. And if you sleep underneath the bench in bookings, that's a very serious statement. That's letting niggas know you've been there before and you with the shits. Because no first timers are sleeping underneath the bench in bookings. That's like, yo, I've been under here. Do not fuck with me because I will kill you. I am clearly going to jail for some shit I'm angry over, and I probably did. And catching another body is nothing. That's light work. I'll fuck you up just to get my name known on that fucking boat to Rikers, nigga. Like, don't people be forgetting. Like, you might be in there like for graffiti. You might be in there for hopping the turnstile. There might be a nigga on there on his third strike. Y'all all in the same cell, and if he chokes you out, everyone in that cell when they get to Rikers is gonna be like, that nigga choked some nigga out in bookings. That's basically Call of Duty achievement for him. You know what I'm saying? He's prestiging. Don't be someone's Call of Don't be someone's Call of Duty achievement in the correctional.
Don't let a nigga prestige of the ship.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Don't let a nigga level up off of you.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be like sleeping in the bottom bunk, and the last thing you see before you die is just the play. It's like achievement unlock, choke out your cellmate. Like, you don't want that.
Nah.
You know?
Nah.
You don't want that.
You don't want to go like that.
There were 2 guys when we first started this podcast, and I'm talking about like the 25th episode. There were 2 guys, and they were in prison, and they didn't want to say, like, the letter came weird. It came to Red Bull Studios, and it wasn't addressed properly. All they wanted was an autographed photo of us. They couldn't get anything else. And I was just like, they're listening to the podcast, and like someone smuggles it into the prison every week, and they really enjoy it, and everyone on the cell block enjoys it. If you guys are still listening, shout out to y'all. So, I was going to send you something, but I think they read the mail, so I think like they probably read your letter when you sent it, so you probably got in trouble. But,
hopefully you didn't. Hopefully you're still listening. Hopefully you're out. Hopefully you're listening to this in your crib or your mom's crib. You know
no, he said he was in there for pretty serious.
Yikes!
Yeah. I think he said they were facing like 20 or some shit like that. Like they
yikes.
He was like I was moving weight, which I respect. I was like, listen,
that's true. Yeah, no,
you gotta do crimes. You gotta do crimes. You gotta go hard or don't do it at all. Because nothing's worse than doing like little crimes over and over and over. Like little thing, just get a brick from the jump. There you go.
That was my thing too. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hustle lately. You know what I'm saying? Because I had two uncles in the game that got popped. One of them did time. One of them did big time and got deported after that. After the fact. I'm like, why don't you just deport me in the first place instead of making me go to prison and for fucking 15 years and then deport me? What's the point of that? Shit don't make no sense. But shout out to my guy. You know what I'm saying? He's out here living large in DR.
Where's he at now? In DR?
He's in DR living lavish. You know what I mean? But he gave them motherfuckers 15 years of his life. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, he was living good. I'm sure he had a nice car and shit.
Oh, yeah, nah. Nigga, what? That nigga looked like an Egyptian lover.
Egyptian lover.
100%.
What you mean to?
He looked exactly like Egyptian lover, B. You know what I'm saying? He still does. You know what I'm saying? With the pre-jail, pre-prison Gucci man physique. You know what I'm saying? He got the wild beer belly.
You know what I've noticed? Gucci man, he has not grown into his veneers. I don't understand what's going on with that.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad when people get veneers and they're like not too perfect. They're too big. Because like Aaron Judge, I think he did a perfect job. I don't think he actually got veneers. I think he did the shit because I got a little gap in my teeth too. My dentist was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna give you veneers. I'm just gonna use this weird technology thing that I have where it's basically like cement essentially for your teeth,
it's like a
but they smooth it
with the blue leather.
Exactly. But they make it look like exactly like your tooth, so they eliminate the gap that way or whatever. So I was just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Nigga did that, matches the other teeth or whatever. But then you see a motherfucker with fucked up teeth from smoking bogeys or doing whatever, and then they come out with like crystalline, huge chompers. You're like, yo, fam, come on, like, come on, dog, like, fam, don't do that.
No.
Like,
no.
Don't smile. Don't show me your teeth.
I remember when I was wilding as a youth and I got sent to London, my aunt, who I didn't... my aunt was a weirdo because I went to we stayed at her house and she was like, do you want any food for the fridge? And I was like, let me get cold cuts. And she was like, what the fuck are those? And I was like, you don't know what cold cuts are? Like, oh, it's like a sandwich. She was like, you want luncheon meat? And I was like, listen to this Bama over here. She don't know nothing about food or nothing. Like, y'all, I'm from America. I'm out here by myself. Y'all don't know nothing about food. Let me tell y'all about food and stuff. It turns out my aunt was one of the top chefs at the Ritz, and she had won all these culinary awards and all this shit. So like, recipes Aunt Tat. But what was key to her is she has the gap I have right now, but she had the thing where they put gold in between the gap, and it's like kind of underneath each other tooth. Oh, and I remember saying to her, and I was like at school, kids tease me about the gap, and my sister has the gap, and as soon as I get, like when I get older, I want to get it fixed. I want to get braces. And she was like, do not fix the gap, because if you fix the gap, when I see you in heaven, I won't remember you. And I was like, you shouldn't tell kids that, but that's deep. I'm going to remember that for my podcast when I get older. Now, if you don't mind, I'm about to sneak out of your flat in South London. I'm going to go find myself fish and chips. And also, you're going to be horrified because you're going to see me in England in certain streets. To keep you from jaywalking, they have like that fence in the middle of the street. Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. That's not going to stop me. So now imagine like people do not jaywalk whatsoever in this country. Yeah. And you got a fence to stop you. Now you just got like a 13-year-old from the Bronx running into traffic, just doing parkour over the fence and running across the street. Cars are swerving, almost crashing and shit.
Niggas think you're doing a robbery.
Nigga, I was just a menace.
He's running. What is he doing?
I'm just shoplifting, and like they know I'm shoplifting because they watch me, and they're just letting me go. And I'm like, yeah, I got over on them. They're like, yeah, Tat, your nephew, he stole. So, and I'm like,
he stole some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, come get him.
The worst part was I learned that computer games back in the day, like computer games in Europe, did not work in the United States. So I came back from England with all these like shoplifted like CD-ROMs and shit, and they would not work in the computer. So we had to learn to like hack them to like make them play, and it was so sad because that was the only thing getting me through it. I was like, I got all these stolen CD-ROMs. When I get back to America, I'm gonna play these shits. These games is good. Oh shit, and I was like, no.
Yo, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is true in England, but I know in DR, every time I went, I ended up frying like 2 Nintendos because the voltage in the outlets is way different than like in here in America. And I'm like, yo, not knowing that was the worst because I fucked up so much shit not knowing that. Like,
well, no, I bought you have to buy a voltage converter because when I used to out there for domains and shit, because
nobody fucking told me that shit. I fucking fried my Super Nintendo, nigga. I was tight. I was like, I can't play Street Fighter.
Bro. It be like that. You gotta check the voltage, bro. You can't just plug it in. Also, sometimes you can plug some shit in and it will make the whole, like, it will make every
light in the house dim.
Like, it's just sad, bro. It's just sad. You might overload all the circuits on the island. You fuck around, like.
This little motherfucker wanted to play Mortal Kombat. Now we got a blackout. Thanks, asshole.
There you go. And they know it's an American. They know it. They saw you coming.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They were like, yeah.
They know. They're like, oh yeah, fucking Tito got fucking son is in here. Fucking this motherfucker bought a PlayStation 5. Yeah. Fucking
so
idiot.
sad. Shout to Dr. Carl Hart, you know, the fucking vibes.
Yo,
you're talking about that sweet Lady H.
You know what I mean?
He just did that Breakfast Club interview. It was a little rough because they was calling him a heroin head.
It's like, bro,
he was saying that he's saying under certain circumstances you can recreationally use drugs. He's not saying everyone can use drugs recreationally. That's stupid. No one believes that. No one would ever say that.
Yeah. If you actually read the shit that he writes, exactly. Thank you.
Exactly.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Read the fucking book. Don't go by a fucking 5-minute interview.
Because he's saying, he's just like, people are just like, well, my uncle, and he's like, no, like if you are already like kind of a fuck up in life and you add drugs to that, you're gonna fuck up with drugs.
Duh.
Like if your life is structured in a way that you are a responsible person, and this is key to the point, responsible. There's different levels of the term responsible because you might think you're responsible and you're going to bed at 3 a.m., you're drinking half a beer before you leave in the morning, you smoke half a blunt to the face, you're barely getting by at work. That's responsible for you. That is not the definition of responsible. You know what I'm saying? So when you add drugs to that, that's not going to end well. But, you know, everyone
especially
wants to
like hard shit.
That's the thing. It's just like, not even to be on some like edgelord shit or some tough guy shit, but we are at the age that we know everything about drugs. We've seen people. We know people have died on their first experience with drugs. We know people who will be doing drugs till they're 80.
Every day.
We know people who can do any drug any night of the week with no side effects. We know people who were doing such hard drugs when they were 14, they can't touch any drugs going forward, and they don't say anything about it on Twitter, but they silently there, and they're reading your stupid tweets about, if I'm at a party and someone pulls out a bag of cocaine, I'm leaving. And they're like, I was freebasing when I was 13. Like, I've been through shit, but that's the problem. People are always like, their definition of their experience with drugs is like what they've seen firsthand, and you can't change their mind about it. They're like, yo, my uncle couldn't handle heroin, so heroin is deadly. Like,
yeah, nah. Drugs are definitely not one size fits all, at all.
Not
in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like, it totally depends on the person, 100,000%. And also, if you're getting street drugs, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why that's why
anything.
Yeah, it can be. Listen, we know.
Like my homegirl, she hit me up because she did a GoFundMe and she was getting test strips for fentanyl to give out in California so people could test their drugs before they do it. You know, people was just like, oh, okay, what if you do drugs with fentanyl? Like, fentanyl is something added to, like, if you're like, yo, I'm gonna do drugs, they're not like, yo, I'm doing drugs with fentanyl. You're not going out there like, yo, I'm getting fentanyl. You might get drugs with fentanyl. That changes the whole algorithm. That changes everything. And that's part of the whole thing about, it's not like street drugs is different than it's more about a controlled process and like the control and the experiment, that he's not like, yo, bro, you can be Michael Anthony. You can be Michael Anthony out here, bro.
Yeah,
like,
nah,
bro.
That's not what my man's saying at all. He said, like you said, like if your life has structure and you can compartmentalize properly, you know what I'm saying? You can have part of your...
Well, probably not, like if you're compartmentalizing it, your life is, you should not be doing drugs. That's not...
I mean, that's the wrong word. I mean, you know...
If you have space in your life for it.
Yeah, there's certain areas of your life that you reserve for certain things, or certain time, certain day, you know what I mean? Like, you know, some people, like I grew up seeing my pops have a drink every day after work. You know what I mean? Some people would say, you're an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? But never came through stumbling all over himself, never made an ass of himself, never was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Always in control of himself. So I'm just like, yo, alcohol's a drug. He was doing it in a way that, you know what I'm saying, he could do it. You know what I'm saying? Could I do the same thing that he did? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not built like that. But can my pop smoke a blunt to the grill and function in the way that I can? Nah. You know what I mean? So it's like like you said, like everything affects everybody differently, and like that weird interview is kind of like a microcosm of just like the stigma attached to a lot of shit, drugs,
definitely
in particular.
And I mean, not even thinking about like culturally, because like some cultures you can go hard with drugs. Some cultures like, and people's like, what cultures is that? Like a lot of people don't think about when they think of drugs. They're like, heroin is a hard drug, but like people be going hard with weed. I go hard with weed. Like if I went as hard with weed as I went with heroin, like I'd be dead. Like that's just the key point right there. Like you know the fuck, if you went as hard with weed as you went with heroin, you'd be like, all of us would be dead. But it's different drugs. But the same thing is just like some people go that hard. Like there's people out there that will take a bottle of wine to the face every night, and they're not getting judged. Like, and it's like kind of a whimsical thing. I remember there was a TikTok at the beginning of the pandemic, and somebody was walking around and they were showing empty recycling bins in their neighborhood, and it was just bottles and bottles and bottles of wine. And it's like if those were empty glass envelopes of heroin, it'd be different. And
New York is backsliding.
But then they're just like, yo, like, heroin and alcohol are different, but like, you can destroy your life off of alcohol. People, see that shit every day. Like, matter of fact, if you see like a person nodding out outside of like on the street, you don't know if it's off alcohol or off heroin. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying like, if you're comfortable and like, read the book. I'm not gonna explain this shit, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Niggas say, hey, we here to hold your hand. Read the fucking book.
Read the book. But you know,
we're here to advise you against also exactly. Don't take a 5-minute video and make a decision based on that. Read the actual text. You know what I'm saying? In context.
So give it up to Dr. Carl Hart. Give it up to Dr. Hart. You know what I'm saying?
One time. Give it up to Dr. Carl one time. You know what I'm saying?
Also, in the future, Dr. Carl Hart, the problem is you're a professor. You're not wavy enough to take these shots. You gotta be like, if they be like, yo, when's the last time you did H? You gotta Come on. When's the last time I did H? Here's a bad question for you. Here's the question from the root of suit too. When's the last time H did me, baby? I don't do H. I ride H. Okay. Okay.
You feel me?
I don't do baby. Listen, baby. I don't do the drugs. I move the drugs. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? It's like a surfer, baby. It's like a surfer, baby. You in the water, you drowning, baby. I'm surfing a wave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm good, baby.
Listen, baby. Like I said to Alpo, you know, we was in the club with the fever, and I just said, listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm getting high. So you know what I'm saying? We just out here just doing it. Also, look at my Sherlin right here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. Look at that sheepskin.
Look at that shit right there. Look at that. Give it one time for that sheepskin. Give it up one time for that sheepskin.
Yo, make some noise. Make fucking noise.
All right, let's check the guest list. We defended heroin. We made fun of the NYPD robot dog.
Yes. Nice. Perfect.
Talked about Lady Gaga's dogs.
We did a little Sucio.
Yeah, it's not Sucio. We talked about the
What are we talking about? We talked about nipples for a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about like buttholes and stuff. You know, I don't remember, but I feel like we generally talk about buttholes and things like that.
You know what I'm saying?
In this is
over the course of several hour journey for your enjoyment.
Which, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but could you imagine this on heroin?
Yo, that'd be lit. That'd be lit. Listen.
And some of y'all like, you know what, Desus? I'm already there. I'm already there. So thank you for shouting me out.
You know what I'm saying? You know what's what the terrible thing is? That being high feels great. Being addicted is the shitty part. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true. That's true.
It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So remember, from the Bodega Boys, don't get addicted. So that's the easy part.
It's not easy. You gotta be careful.
Listen, if you are doing drugs and you feel yourself getting addicted, just stop and say no.
I'm gonna stop right now.
Say I'm done. I am done.
No.
And when you
hit
feel
yourself
the
on the nose with a toilet with a newspaper.
There you go. Grab yourself, put a rubber band on your wrist, and pop the rubber band.
And pop it.
Good to go. There you go.
That's all you need to do.
And then be joking like, yo, you need some drugs. You need some drugs. And you pop the rubber band, and it's like, yo.
We need to move along.
I don't need any drugs.
That ain't no problem. Huh? That ain't no problem.
Okay, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what happened. You go be like, you need drugs. You go be like, yo.
Somebody suck that baby's dick.
And that somebody is you.
All right? All right?
You're sucking baby dick.
Okay, we warned you. We warned you. Don't end up like that, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, don't end up. Listen, don't suck baby dicks. Okay, it's been episode 237 of the world's most illustrious podcast. You know the fucking vibes.
Oh
boy,
my
Jesus
God.
Nice. AKA Young Chipotle. Shout out to Chipotle.
Woo.
Still out there. Pocket stay fat like cereal. Pocket stay fat like. Here we go.
Hey.
Up next, we got Bodega Boys, Vanessa Hudgens, and the hologram of Pop Smoke. Welcome to the Teen Choice Awards. It's like, wow.
All right.
That's bad. Slow that might know you, bitch. Young Day Party, Young Hot Take, DJ Fuego, Mr. Nando's with a Nando, 1994, Mikhail going off the Juve boss, MC Gugupi, put up for 40 with your shorty, aka don't talk to me no I don't know you.
I don't know
the original
you.
plus one got plus one, so don't make a fuss, son. This is Rossi and the Jamaican Jew, Jermaine Avocado Toast, Young Pa, the Ghost of Mufasa, Young Chaconi without the coonery, aka Chili Limon, left-handed reliever for the Yankees, okay. Two Phone Jones. Days is like Machina, J Chuckle, Stanley comes to human back the bottom of the label, dilute. Leonardo DiCaprio, Mr. 240p, because I got my Pinot blurry. Hey. You know the fucking vibes. Listen, it's DJ Woolite, aka you're listening to Wash FM. We're up next, we got some classic hip hop. For the lovers out there, if you look at your girl and you like, yo, I got me a gangster bitch, you'll enjoy this track by One Apache.
Woo.
I need a gangster bitch.
Yeah. I need a
gangster bitch.
Yeah.
Gangster bitch.
Yeah.
I want a gangster bitch.
Yeah.
Gangster bitch. She don't sleep, but she don't play. Sticking up girls from around the fucking.
Okay, all right. Yo, I don't. The 90s was different. I'm not really trying to date no chick that's robbing other women, but you know, you gotta get it how you get it. You know, like
sticking them chicks from around the way.
If your girl comes into the room like, yo, daddy, hold down this burner and wipe off the prints. That's hot. I'm not gonna lie, that's hot.
I'm kind of.
I might let her be the man in bed. I don't know. All right.
Yeah. We're doing Amazon.
The Curry Goat, Desus Spicer, Jamal Hashburn, the Bronx Celine Dion, my heart will go on. Hey, Ray Nephew's nephew, the Moreno, you can't contain no, the human memory with Taja. Young Iran, the racist provocateur. Henrik Bloodcross, Nelson Mandela, Sergio Can't See Me. That was bonus content. That burp was bonus content. Only available on the cock.
Woo!
Sergio Can't See Me. Vladimir Buffin, the human world is melting in your mouth. Mr. Beck's undecadent. Ricky Tiki Squabby. Greg Popovich, more says Chestnut, Mahatma Gandhi, not Mega B, but I got a cucumber, not Mega B, but I got a cucumber, not Mega B, but I got the cucumber early in the morning. You suppressed, but your boy never is. I am the art, damn it. The Dundada Ganoush, no more cup of noodles. The Prince of Peck on the Fashion Nova Casanova, William 8 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar. Forget the small change, give me.
No. What you need?
Big money, one.
Big money.
Dollar. Give me. The only anthem I salute is Dipset. The second country that square one top left was Men's Barf. True Zuda, holy cow. Mr. Saw Palms, because all I do is count checks and jerk off. We got OJ, Purple Stuff Soda, and it's me, Sunny D. Hey. Why don't you clean your fridge, you nasty motherfucker? You've had the baking powder, baking soda in the back since the pandemic started. You're nasty.
Goddamn, ew, yeah, you gross.
David Yerman. These Spencer, these red bottoms, these bloody shoes. No Keem, no Andrew Cool, Nana. AKA Junior, and you got Junior, come sit down, pop me charger.
Sit on it.
Corey Petco, because I got your bitch on freeze to talk about gossip and Sayasi. Shout out to the 11791. Staying alive. AKA the Grandpa Joe, because when you see Charlie, you see me, don't touch that golden ticket. If he scratches you, you're going to get hurt, okay? Because he will attack, and you won't like that. It's your man, Deadeye Desus. Morning, Sheriff. Shopping in the street is the bad breeze like I'm using. Please believe me. The black Asiatic will crack your back like an automatic craftmatic. Mr. La Marina, Mass Marina, Freshman Marina, Cotamina, aka the sheet mask. Killer, Illa. No one could be illa. The Black Zach more support Morse. King KPI. Take second best, put me to the test. Things on your test. You need to confess. I will deliver. You know I'm forgiver. It's your man, Personal Jesus, aka the Pele Peloton. AKA JPI Quaso, don't even take no lactate because you know what? This cheese is digitally encoded. Inspector Terra Deck, AKA your problematic bae. Listen, it's not a secret family if you abandon them during quarantine because you need space.
That's right.
Up next, we got coming to the table.
Boy, the Kid Mero, a.k.a. The Human Direct, a.k.a. Donovan McDabb, a.k.a. Curve Gotti, a.k.a. Triz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Skirt. Loader, jump the curb, hit your fucking dog and keep it moving. Ask me if I give a fuck. I don't. The leash was not 6 feet long. Dogs can get COVID. You know what I'm saying? I know fucking baby, I fucking mang. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. no need to check the guest list because shit is closed. Sorry, AKCC dab Baffy. I'm in the basement doing concentrated hits of THC. You know fucking vibes. You know what I'm saying? Just me and Carl Hart getting lit. You know what I'm saying? AKA Tiger backwards smoking 3-gram blunt the H with this 9-iron. AKA getting to the shmoney and the smoke. It's your boy, Coleman Schmeck. You know what I'm saying? AKA Mitch Montana, huh? I went from roaches in my cereals to deers in my backyard. I think I did pretty well for myself. AKA I got my kids vaccinated early by saying they were all little Benjamin Buttons because I'm a motherfucking dad of the year. You know what I'm saying? AKA Ben Smack Biombo, AKA the Yayo Maradona, RIP to the Yayo God, AKA Dick in your baby Matobo. You know, come in this pussy no more. This pussy belongs to me. Actually, I retract that statement. It belongs to you. It is yours alone. And only you can grant me access, my queen. Thank you.
The growth.
Thank you. Thank you. Consent boys in the building tonight. Oh, what a feeling. I'm feeling great. A.K.A. Pablo Santana, so smooth. I fall asleep at the wheel and crash a zip car.
Zip car.
You know yeah, I don't give a shit because it's a CLA. Just get in the car, you jerk off. A.K.A. the Dominican Dundada, A.K.A. I'll swipe my card again. There's definitely money on it. Stop trying to play me before I call your manager that DVRs the show because we talk every time I come in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about how smacked I am and just put the fucking goober grape in the bag and let's go. Don't worry about I bought 10 jars. I need 10 jars. Don't ask me why. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be outside. I'm trying to social distance and go home. Leave me alone.
I need
you know
10 jars of grape, turn it up. Oh, Gravy Boys.
Hey. Ooh. We spend the showtime money.
Hey. Fine goober grape.
A.K.A. Romeo Santos. Tu favorito, mami. Wow, so zany. Let me black out. Yo, the pandemic is like almost over. I got vaccinated so I can eat cheeks. I'm an essential cheek eater. I got Chelsea boots. What's poppin'? Yo, my ankles are wild elastic, nigga. You want smoke? Let's get it. Meet me at United Palace. A.K.A. Lightning Dutchie. Hello. Is it weed you're looking for? I can see it in your eye that you've been coronavirus, so I cannot share this blood with you. You know what I'm saying? A.K.A. Tom Brazy. Your girl got my balls more deflated than Bobby Crash. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here, mad rings. You know what I'm saying? Around the dills. You know what I'm saying? Around the Pishka dill. A.K.A. Field ass size. I want to explode your cosmos smile. Consensually, of course, because we are the consent boys. You know the fucking vibes. A.K.A. Lil Snoozy Vert. First nigga to tap out on live. Been social distancing before that Rona. You know what I'm saying? A.K.A. Frian El Messi, MVP of Gelato. A.K.A. Zenio Benefield. I gotta get some sticks. I gotta get some sticks. You know what I'm saying? A.K.A. Joe Hookah. I dare you to smoke with me.
Say what?
At Mama Sushi. You know what I'm saying? Because we at 25 capacity. You know what I'm saying? A.K.A. I'll be in the medicine cabinet. You know what the fuck it is. It's a Zen-Man. It's gonna run on A.K.A. Rico Sotosa, A.K.A. Baby Newport 25 niggas got garbage down the way. A.K.A. Nino Brown shut the car down for 1 hour for sanitization. If you have an emergency, please contact G Money. A.K.A. live harassing patrons outside MSG because the Knicks are back, baby. It's the Easter my Stevie B doing all his greatest hits like I wanna be the one your TT is fucking and Dope Sick Love. Don't let me lean. You know what I'm saying? The only leans we want to see is Emmanuel quickly leaning into them floaters, baby. You know what I'm saying? A.K.A. Every week, mate, starting to get a little obnoxious, quite frankly. I've explained every week that there's only 2 rock stars left, mate. The Bodega Boys, of which I am one. The plants ain't sleeping over in the sky. One day you will find me smoking weed or dreamer, staring at you disapprovingly for not wearing a mask. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Wear your mask, double mask. You know what I'm saying? If you got KN95s, do that. You know what I'm saying? Make it happen. You know what I mean? AKA, I met my Christmas. I'm never going to fail. AKA, back at it, blazing trails and blazing that runs pack. It's Barbelos Anthony. Bang! Yo, listen, if you see me at Target higher than a cold brontosaurus nutsack, approach me like a motherfucking earth-sign mammal and stay 6 feet away. Play dead, nigga. And you know what I'm saying? Observe social distancing protocols. You know what I'm saying? Let me do my thing. AKA, time petty the ball breakers, because, baby, when I'm zooming, you know what time it is. I am free balling. I'm just letting them hang. You know what I'm saying? AKA, whoa. Hey, kids, it's Benzo the Clown. Hire me for your kid's birthday party. I show up to your kid's party. I think I said that already. After it's over, I'm sorry, I'm a little, my friend Mr. Fun here is going to handle a little business right here while I count this money. Make sure. Hope you guys.
Hey, kids, just wanted to know if any of you kids want to get the vaccine. Like, just let me know. I just got to see if you have, like, any, pre-existing conditions. So any of you kids here, like, without any parents, or like your parents are dead, or like the people who like watch you don't really care about like what you do, and if you come home at night with like an older child,
Mr. Fudman, let's get back in the minivan, please. Get back in the minivan. I got the money. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Whoa. Bye, skirt. AKA, I so fake lean to Favorite Sign Club rapper. He's high off whatever the fucking shit at the bottom of this trash can is, dog. I gave up completely. I'm not even mixing things anymore. It's just the liquid at the bottom of the trash can at this point. You know what I'm saying? Hate to see it. AKA, papi. You know what fucking thing it is, papi. Oye, que lo que guau, coño, llegó, coño, el hijo de FIFA. Es malo que tú bajando con la pápara prendida, con torra, coño, que el palo que tiene, te tumba, se coca, mambo huevo, ahí se dedica conmigo, tú vas a sonar. Soy el rey de la popola, no la dejo sola. Cuando le doy, la descontrola. You know what I'm saying? Y yo, shout out a hoy día, allá en el patio, por tenerme ahí en la pantalla, you know what I'm saying? Dándome mis shout out y toda mi vaina, you know what I'm saying? Estamos lit en el patio, Shout out a la casa, Showtime, shout out Cash Shot, shout out Hasan enseña que pone la fucking nota, shout out Desus, bueno, la nota jamaiquina, el ministro, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Víctor Marta, el papi de la lady, 24 quilates de coco en esa melena, shout out a la nena de la bodega, dale la coño, la más dura, la más imparable, you know what I'm saying? Shout out mi presidente Pío, el secretaria de Defensa está activa con el cañón, avísame que lo suelto. Llegó mi hermanito Friki, 12 años por no ser boca floja, yo no corro con palomo. Él fue que me dio el abogado, para que tú lo sepas. Yo, que descansa de paz, mi hermanito Ceso y mi hermanito Chavi. Yo, ¿qué tal la casa de la fucking mano? Ponte tu máscara, loco, y quédate allá. Que tranquilo como una foto. 237, me quité, ya. Bodega Boys.
Episode 237 is the most illustrious podcast in the world. You know the fucking vibes. Another one in the building. Shout out to Cash App. Shout out to Showtime. You know the fucking vibes. Keep rocking with your boys. Yo, keep washing your hands. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring your whole fucking family to the supermarket. We don't want to see all of them. Send one person to buy meat. What the fuck is wrong with you? Leave your abuela at home. And you know what? Till we see you again, stay moisturized. Keep losing lotion and put some Bliss X on your lips, you chap bastard. We out.
Yeah. Holla.